What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to have another toy-tastic time with Ezra and Yo-Yo. And we're going to be going over some of our favorite toys today. And possibly what we want to do in the future for animations. So let me know in the comments what you guys want and what you guys think out of this batch of toys we're going to show you today. What would be great for a stop-motion animation. But in the meantime, let's dive in. So to my right here, I have a green drawer kind of compartment here, and I have a couple different figures in here. So I randomly right off the bat, this guy actually doesn't belong there. I have a G.I. Joe here. I have a G.I. Joe Cobra Commander from the 80s. Really cool figure, along with this. This is his truck that goes along with it, courtesy of the guys over at Rogue Toys here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Really cool place. Go and check them out. If you want to check out the commercial I did for them, you can check out right here on the corner. We're right here. Yeah, check out there. I'll put a little link in the description. But yeah, this is one of my favorite characters here, along with this truck. This G.I. Joe car is actually from the 80s as well. The doors open up here, really cool. It's missing the gun turret in the back, but I have this handy dandy turret right here, actually from the dollar store Final Faction line. Really cool. It's a little loosey, but I thought it'd be really cool here if I mounted it here. Let's move this guy. You know, and then if I mounted it here, and the guy's in the back. Go, go, go! Be pretty cool, I think. So this is how I actually come up with a lot of my animations. I really just sit here and I look at my figures and I just start to develop storylines. And the storylines are what really stick out. And what I do is any storylines that I have this handy dandy film storybook. A little combination of things. So I like to look at comic books, and I like to see the layout of what they're doing for their storyboards, and then I take all of that with my figures here, and then I like to use this film notebook. I'll put a link, my affiliate link, in the description where you can get one of these. But I use this book all of the time for my stop motion animations. And if you want to take a look here, it's just literally just squares, empty squares and lines where you could just plan out your animation or any kind of film work or visuals that you're trying to do anyway. It's a great tool. I use it all the time. It's a 16:9, but a link will be in the description for my affiliate link. So this is pretty much the process of my of actually doing and creating a stop motion. So I have a bin full of toys here. I have another thing over here. I want to show you this really quick as well. So I don't know if you could recognize. So this is a Fortnite guy on the top here. This Fortnite guy, I kind of attached him. This gun here is a Fortnite gun, but it's an oversized gun. It's for like the bigger Fortnite figures. But I mounted it here on this ATV, and check this ATV out. I got this ATV from the dollar store as well, the Final Faction line. But what I did was I actually got cardboard and I cut out the exact shapes of what the panels are, and I glued them all on and I spray painted it. And I think it looks pretty dang cool. And this door is actually from a Roblox car, police car, that my kids tore apart, and I just used the door because it was missing all the other doors. So I just took that and I thought it looked really cool as like just a cool little panel, you know, bulletproof. Go, go, go! Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I think came out really cool. I put these little things for him to stand on. I glued those on the side, And those are really just clothespins that I spray painted black as well, and I glued them on the side here. But yeah, that's the ATV. I thought came out really cool. So let's take a look at else what I have. So let's also look at some other things I have. So let's see here. This guy, I'm sure you recognize this guy. You know, we got our Spider-Man here. This is a mega construct scale Spider-Man. You could actually see this. I animated this guy in my latest Rogue Toys animation, which was really fun to do. Check this guy out. So Mega Construct never came out with the Star Wars line because it wasn't licensed, because Lego had it licensed. So a lot of Mega Construct customizers, we started customizing our own, and I customized this really cool Darth Maul figure. I want to get a nice close-up here. Let me see. See, Darth Maul figure. There's a little bit, there it is, there's in focus right there, perfect. See that? So the little things, the little horns on his head, I actually used this little putty stuff that when you warm it up in some hot water, it softens. And I took tiny little tweezers and I put some on his head, and I just slowly started shaping around his little horns. He has 6 horns on. I know he has more in the movie, but I was only able to get 6 cleanly. One more would have just looked too messy. And yeah, I made his little cape and everything out of an old sock. And one I was missing the other half too, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna cut up this one after I cleaned it, of course. And yeah, this came out pretty dang cool. I have his lightsaber somewhere. I keep all the weapons separately because I don't want to have to worry about keeping them all together. I could just pop them out. So yeah, I have a lot of cool Mega Construct figures. Here's a customized. Here is a customized Mandalorian figure. I wouldn't call him Mando per se. He's not Mando. Actually, I had came up with the name of him, but I can't remember. But he's pretty sweet, I think. I used the jetpack from the Disney Star Wars line, and what I did was it didn't fit him, so I had to actually shave this part down in order for it to fit. And so it fits perfectly, and it looks so cool on him. I love this. So this is one of my favorite Mandalorian figures. Like I said, Mega Construct never came out with an actual Star Wars line. So it's really cool to see any kind of Star Wars Mega Construct customs. Oops. Show you these guys here. These actually are my original customized characters that I use Mega Construct figures to really bring them into this life. So this is Bubble Boy, and this is Dirt Man. So this is from my original characters animation. Coming soon. There's gonna be some really cool episodes with these guys. They're gonna be doing some really cool fight scenes, and it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to really just get something going with them. Moving on, I have created this really cool, this other custom Mega Construct. Remember, no Star Wars. Okay, so moving on, I also created a Star Wars. This is not Star Wars, but a let's get it in focus here. So moving on, I created a custom Darth Vader Mega Construct figure. The little panels, a square the tiniest Lego square piece you can get, and then I just fine-tuned with a really fine not toothbrush but paintbrush, and made those little squares and whatnot. Painted them black. Used the right. Yeah, I think he came out pretty good. I have his lightsaber somewhere as well, but I thought he came out pretty good. Oh, also his helmet is a Lego helmet from the Lego Darth Vader, and I figured it kind of fits him. So, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Moving on. So, all of this in here, like if I were to just show you, these are a lot of my Mega Construct figures. Like I would be going on forever showing you all the different types. So what I'll do is I will show you guys, and then but I'm going to speed it up so you guys won't get bored. Ready? Let's speed it up now. This guy here. Oh, one thing I want to note, so I got all these really cool robots one time. I was in San Diego and I went to this vintage toy store and I got all these really cool robots. I believe they're made by Micro Machines back in the 90s, and they came out with this all these different robots, and they're really freaking cool. I love this scale, so anything this scale I'm really just kind of drawn to. And yeah, these are really cool. They don't come apart, which I love. It seems like all the toys these days all pretty much come apart. And so I love how these were just solid figures. They didn't come apart. And I have a whole little army of these guys. So I'm gonna pull them all out here because they're just so dang cool. Like, those are all different types. Like, look at this guy. Like, what is this guy? Like, zing, zing. Shing, shing. Like, what is that? That's so cool. So this guy here. Check this guy out. Beep beep boop beep boop beep boop 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 beep beep boop boop boop. Zoom in. If you can see here. So check this out, guys. So I'm gonna just show you what I'm working with here. Yeah, this guy's pretty sweet. Beep, beep, boop, 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 beep, beep. Zoom in. Let's see, check this guy out. He's cool. So let's put him here. Like I said, let's pull them all out here. Just wanted to give you a close-up of that guy. He's like one of my favorites. So this four-legged guy, this guy is interesting looking. Let's see him out a little bit. He's cool looking, like he has 4 legs. Eventually I want to animate these guys as well, because what's this? Yeah, I eventually want to animate these guys as well and do something. I don't know what yet, but eventually I will. And anytime I see them, I'm like, oh, I got to do something with these guys. I don't know what. I want to do some kind of alien planet or something, or I don't know. I thought it's always good to have these guys just laying around. I told you this is how I come up with my storylines for all my animations. I just really kind of just become a kid again. I just start playing with these figures and creating storylines like how I used to when I was a kid with my figures. And that's really the creative genius is. It's just I become a kid again, and I really just think of what could be cool, what I thought would be cool growing up. But yeah, this is a interesting rare figure. This robot here is from a Connex. When Connex, I don't know if you're familiar with Connex, they're kind of like, they're not Lego, but they connect to each other. They're not bricks, but they do connect modularly. And they launched a small series of minifigs with a collection. I forgot what I forgot what the actual game that they launched this figure from, but I'm obsessed with like little miniature robots, so I thought this guy was really cool. You can't really see it. Here we go. This guy, I thought he was really cool, so I just want to share that with you guys. Let's get a close up here. See that? Yeah, so I love these little robots. These robots, those little mini robots are really fun. Yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of them. I'm always on the hunt for more. But yeah, let's throw these away. So let's move on. So let's also see what else do we have in this bin here. So I had this really cool rover. This rover is actually from my moon landing animation. Check it out. Here, it's in my videos. I put a little thing in the corner here. This is my moon landing animation here, and it's a really cool rover. It came with this set, the space set. I'll show you. It is. Let me pull it out. So I actually, courtesy of the guys at Rogue Toys here, I found this. Check this out, you guys. Maybe if you've seen this before, but so this right here is. It's the Vex Robotics. So this is the set that I used for my moon landing animation. And the moon landing animation, my buddy built the moon surface as for my set, which came out really cool. You guys definitely got to check it out. And while we're speaking on the moon landing, so this is the minifig. So remember I told you everything modern now kind of comes apart. These guys here are let me pull them out here. They're kind of in pieces because they pop off, the legs and the arms come off really, really easy. And actually, while I was animating, I had to literally keep them together with sticky tack because these ball and sockets are horrible. That's probably why they don't sell that good with little kids and parents. I think I'm missing a couple of limbs. They're over there, but I wanted to show you these are the stars of the moon landing animation. They're missing their limbs right now because after the animation, they kind of like got lost with all my parts because they just fall apart. But these guys are the astronauts on the moon, along with the rover here. I have the space station somewhere. But other than that, yeah, the check out my moon landing animation. It came out really cool. I was really excited about it. It's really fun. Moving on though. So these guys up here are all of the Disney minifigs that they've been recently launching out, and they're really cool. Like as you can see, I have two Mandos. Like, how sweet is that? Like Mando twins, the Mando twins. I got the Bad Batch guys, which all of them look pretty dang sweet. I think. Like these guys are awesome. They don't really articulate like the leg. They're kind of articulate like Lego figures, but you could do so much with these. They do move up and down this way, which is cool. And they stand really nicely. So they're still fun to have. They're kind of hard to animate. So here's I didn't realize I have three Mandos. They're kind of hard to animate because the legs don't bend and the arms don't bend. But if you're not doing anything extensive with these guys, they look cool in camera. So I like to throw those guys in there whenever there's nothing too much going on. This guy, he's missing his hand, but they've been in battle, they've been in war. Here is Ahsoka, Tano. I have all of their weapons. So I'll show you where I do with all my weapons here. So I have a combination of these bins here. These like tackle boxes, type of basic organizers, what they call it. And I keep all my weapons. I keep the big guns, small guns in here, and anything that really, and parts really, Fortnite legs, things that pop off. I try to keep all these pieces around because you never know when you're going to need them. And I like to not throw these little plastic pieces away. I'd rather keep them around and repurpose them. And so I also keep the GI Joe. Oops. I also keep the GI Joe weapons in here. Cut. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so I wanted to show you this, guys. This is my big barrel of weapons, of like the life-size weapons. So we got all these small guys, right? So let's throw these guys away, or put them away. And these weapons here are these are just tons of different weapons that I really kind of just mainly got from Rogue Toys. But I also go to I'm going to make an episode in the future about this market that I go to. It's a flea market here in Las Vegas, and it's on the east side, but it's called Broadacres. And in Broadacres, they have tons and tons of booths out there. And they have, in those booths, they have at least 4 or 5 really cool vintage toy booths where these people get, I don't know where they get all of their toys from, but they have every single like vintage toy you could like think of, for the most part, with the exception of like all the crazy rare ones. But you could find so much. It's like a scavenger hunt, really, because some of these people don't really know what they have. Some of them do, but some of them don't, and those are the funnest ones where you could just discover. And so I'm going to make an episode about that in the future, about my discoveries there at the flea market. And it's really, really fun to go and check out, like, just all of the weapons and all of the figures and all of the anything collectible you could think of, like, they have. And it's really, really cool, I think. So I'm just laying out all these weapons here because I know weapons are a thing that I know a lot of kids like, or people in general. I know I love some weapons. When I was a kid, my parents couldn't afford a lot of weapons, so I cherish the ones that I have, and now I kind of just hoard them because I'm an adult now, and I can really just find them for cheap here. Like, if you can tell, I have a lot of different weapons here. Final Faction weapons. This cool little crossbow. So I have a couple different weapons here. Oh, check out the Dark Link shield. Dark Link shield. Avatar Aang staff. You know, I have a couple of this really cool vintage like Star Wars backpack type thing, which is cool. Shield, all types of stuff is in here. Like, I could go on for days on what I have. Oh, check out this little computer thing I got. Like, I'm definitely gonna add that into an animation eventually. But moving on, so the next set of actions, I think, let's go through our bin here. So let's put this away. So I want to just show you a couple of the figures I have in this bin. Oh, this is not even recording. Okay, so start over. So now I want to move on to the red bin here. So the red bin here, this is where I keep the majority of my figures, of the bigger figures. And we can just go through it. There's so many in here, so I'll have to make another episode just going through all of them. But in the meantime, I'm just going to go through a couple of them. My type of figures I like oddball figures. I like off-brand figures, because as a kid I always thought like the main brand toys, of course, we all loved, but I thought the off-brand toys were just so cool and fascinating as to where they came from, what are they, who is it, and I just had all the questions. So now that kind of carried over into my adulthood as well. So this guy, I have no idea who he is. So if you know who this guy is, please leave a comment in the description. Let me know who this guy is. But I think he's just so cool. Like, I immediately thought of a storyline when I saw him. he's going to be on like some kind of ship. He's going to be traveling through space, and he's going to be relaying the bad news to the commander about the upcoming threat to the civilization. Literally just came up with that when I saw this guy, and I found him at Rogue Toys, again, one of my favorite places to find figures. But I just thought he was just so cool because you know, maybe you think, but he look at the back. He has the back details, like he has some veins, like he's definitely not human, and he has like these like ripples in his face. It's so cool. So I thought he was really cool. Another figure I thought was really cool I found at Rogue Toys is this alien, this robot type thing. So if you know any of these figures, please leave a comment in the description and let me know who these are and what they are, so I can find more of these guys. This guy, I don't even know where, who he's from, what the robot's from, but you know, I typically use this orange laptop thing I just showed you. I typically use this orange laptop here for this robot. He's like a detector robot. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Oh my goodness, I have to find my destination. But yeah, I thought he's really cool. He articulates really nicely. He has all different types of poses. Like, it completely articulates. I'm definitely going to animate this guy eventually. I want to find more of these robots though, and he's a little worn. I could tell he's been loved and played with for a while because he's a little loosey-goosey, but super cool figure. Next off, let's check out this guy. So, like I said, a lot of these guys came from Rogue Toys. This guy, I believe this guy is from the 80s, but I'm not 100% sure. He only articulates this way. He can't bend his legs and arms, but he's just so cool because I also have like a little soft spot for these kind of articulated figures. But the detail on this guy is amazing. Like, he has the belt strap. He has like this kind of armor shoulder pad type of thing. His arrows on the back. His hood. He's so cool, and I want to animate this guy eventually as well. He is going to be like some kind of an assassin or something, and he's going to be hopping like parkour from rooftop to rooftop. He's going to be running like the Naruto run. Yeah, I think he's pretty cool. So please leave a comment in the description, like, subscribe if you guys are enjoying this content so far. I really love figures. It brings me back to being a kid again. And one thing I love to do with these figures is to tell stories with these figures, my own stories. So we all know the pop culture stories. We all know the popular things, but I like to use the popular stuff and create my own stories with them because it's just so fun. You know, that's what we used to do as kids. So we all know who this guy is. Wakanda forever. Of course we know who this guy is. I brought this guy back out because we know the movie just came out yesterday. Actually, no, Friday, the 11th. And so I will be doing an animation with Black Panther in the very near future. I'm actually planning it out right now as we speak. So please be on lookout for that animation very soon. So next, let's keep it pushing here. So I told you I like the oddball figures, right? So, oops. I like the oddball figures. So lately I've been obsessed with these Final Faction figures that they sell at Dollar Tree. And they are pretty solid figures, man. For their price point, they're some of the most solid figures I've come across. And I am going to do an animation with these guys because I am slowly building the grunt or the drone army with the aliens. What is their aliens called? So I actually have the Final Faction comic book here. and it's their origin story. And I believe, what is their names? They're called the Karn. Kharn. Karn. They're called the Karn. So that's they're a cool name. But yeah, so I'm building up the Karn army. So I have a few of these types of dudes here. I'm gonna have an epic battle scene. I'm not gonna reveal too much of my plans, but I'm gonna have an epic battle scene, and these guys are gonna be, they're gonna be fighting. There's gonna be some fighting. This guy's really cool. He is the alien, he is the bounty hunter of the Karn. I have these really cool ball and socket type of like drone things as well. They actually fire missiles here. And so yeah, go check the Final Faction line over at Dollar Tree. They're pretty awesome. I'm still trying to complete my collection, but I don't have all of the everywhere I go, man, they're sold out. I guess they're getting more popular. But yeah, these guys are really cool. Check, these are all Final Faction. So everyone I just pulled out, these are still Final Faction figures. And like I told you, I kind of got obsessed with them and just kind of bought all of them. But yeah, it's super fun. Let's put this away. So yeah, these are the Final Faction. I have more in here, but you get the good idea of some of the other figures that I do have here. This guy, and it's really cool because this guy, his mask actually pops off. His mask pops off. His helmet, I should say. And it's really like, man, this is the detail on this. For the price point is just unreal. Like his arm is really cool, and you could customize these guys. It's super cool. I think it's an excellent line. Dollar Tree, you guys are killing the game with these figures. I can't wait for number 2 to come out. The comic book, because the comic book is good as well. But yeah, so those are some of my figures today. I hope you guys enjoyed. You're enjoying the content today, and please like, subscribe, and follow for more. You can find me on social media at _MHP_films. You can find me on TikToks under the same link in the description, and I will leave you with my final, which is this Transformer here, Robots in Disguise. It doesn't look like a Transformer, but man, how cool is this guy? You can pop him open here. Let's transform him. Bring that down here. Then you could bring his arms out, and then from there you pull that out, pull that down, turn him around, and bam. So I'm gonna eventually do an animation with him as well. Yeah, how cool is this guy? Pretty dang cool, I think. So I'm gonna leave you with this shot here. Again, thank you for tuning in to my Toy Times episode 3. It's been a blast going over my figures with you guys. And please leave a comment in the description as to what animations you want to see. Thanks, guys.